In this lecture, we're going to do a simple animation using this rigged illustration. So to do animation, rather than being in frame 0, we actually move out onto the timeline. Let's have the star dance a little. So to do that, we move from frame 0 out to, let's say, frame 12. And then we just grab and position the bones where we would like them to be. So we use manipulate bone, make sure that's selected, and then let's have him throw his arm up, this arm down a little. He'll cock a little to the side, and he'll throw this leg up in the air. Now, we also want to rotate him, so let's go to the layer, manipulation tool, I think it's called transform layer, and we'll rotate him by clicking in the outside box. And then he's got to go up in the air slightly and a little to the left if he's going to go up on that pin bone. So we will move him up like this. There, now what we can do is by grabbing the triangle at the top of the current frame of the playhead, we can move it back and see what our animation is going to look like. So here he'll throw an arm up in the air. Now let's go to frame 24, and here we'd like everything to be the same, so he's going to pause. To do that, let's go back and select by holding our mouse and dragging it around the points we want, and hitting Control-C to copy, and Control-V will copy it to the current timeline location. There. So now he pauses once he does that move. Now we want to move him back to his original location. Now we happen to have that here in frame 0. So let's select that, do Control-Z and Control-V, and he's back. Now let's have him throw his arm and leg up into the other direction. I need to use the manipulate manipulate bone tool, and we'll throw this arm up in the way. This arm will come down a little, and he'll kick this leg up. And we want to rotate him. I almost forgot. Rotate him, and move him up and to this side just a little. There we go. Now we've got him kicking up to the other side. Maybe we want him to stay on the ground in this pose for a little while. So we need to replicate this. Let's select this movement that we just made to the right and click on any of the highlighted keyframes and drag it over to 60. There, that makes room for us to take this, the original position that we copied, make another copy of it, and put it here on 48. There. Now he pauses in his original position for a few frames before kicking off to this side. And we want him to pause here. So once again, we'll set to the keyframe, the current playhead, to 72. We'll go and copy these cocked off to an angle frames with Control-C, and we'll hit Control-V to paste it where the playhead currently is. So he pauses in this position. And then we want him to come back down. And that position is here. So let's select these, do a Control-Z, come out to where we want them, which is 84, and we'll do a Control-V. There. Now let's have him hang here for just a little while to 96. So we'll Control-V again. Now what we can do is we can scroll all the way through this animation and see what it's going to look like. In fact, we can play it by moving to the very beginning, moving the playhead to frame 0, and clicking the play button. There's our happy star. Now the next thing we want to do is move his eyes from left to right. And to do this, we're going to use, rather than bone manipulation, we're going to manipulate actual points. So instead of being on the bone layer, let's go to the body layer. Here we are at frame 108 where we want to move things left and right. Now what we're going to do is zoom in. We want to move the pupils. So let's select that, hit Shift, and select that. And the first thing that we want to do is set a frame for where they are. So we take the transform tool and just click. Notice how that created a keyframe with them looking straight forward. Now we go ahead just a little bit more. Let's scroll the timeline. Let's have him look left by once again using the selection tool and selecting these shapes. Hit Shift so that you can select them both. Then use the transform tool and scroll them over to the left. I really should have held Shift to make sure that they didn't go up or down. There, that just created a new keyframe with them in that position. Let's go forward just a little bit more. Click to add another keyframe. Then we'll go forward and we'll move them back to the original position. Here we'll select that keyframe, copy it, and then say Control V. Copy it with Control C, paste it with Control V. Now we're going to move the eyes to the right. We use the same process. Select, we click on the first shape, hold Shift to add a second shape, say Transform, and then pull them to the right. Once again, probably holding Shift so they stay on the same level. There we go. Let's scroll the timeline a little farther forward. And we'll select frame 168. By the way, notice there's 30 frames per second in my case, in my configuration. And so it's showing us the second counter here. We're about 5.5 seconds into the animation. Now we want those frames to hold, so let's just click to create another keyframe in the same location, and then we'll come back to straight ahead. And that, I believe, was, yes, the keyframe on 144. So let's select that, do Control Z and Control V to paste it here. And then we'll go out a few more keyframes. Let's say to 192. Now we want this to be the end of the animation. So let's hold the Control key and then right-click in the timeline on 192. That'll make the endpoint 192. Another way to make an endpoint is to set the number of frames here, that total that you have, to 192. There we go. We've just created an animation. Now let's go ahead and use the return or the rewind key to go all the way to the beginning, scroll out, position our star in the middle, and play our animation. Here he kicks to one side, the other side, he looks left, he looks right, he looks left, and he's in the middle, and then it repeats the animation. So a simple animation, but you've now seen the entire steps of doing Moho animation. And that's it. What we want to do now is actually render the animation. So what I'm going to do is go up to File, say Save, to save our animation, and then I'm going to come down to File, Export Animation. Here I want to export an MP4, frames 1 through 192, leave all the options alone, and it's going to export to the same name .mp4 in the same directory as my project file. I click OK. And the animation is rendering quite quickly because this is a simple illustration and animation. Once it completes, Moho will open up your default video browser and show you the video. Let's rewind to the beginning and hit play. And here's our finished video. There you go. You've just created your first animated cartoon all the way from the beginning, illustration, through rigging, through animation. Now in the next section, we're going to cover illustration in detail. You've seen just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the illustration capabilities of Moho, and we're about to plow through into the details. I'll see you there.